This tarot card reading is for client ID number J7. Again, it is J7. So, in the email that you sent requesting a reading from the very first time that I read the email, I had this female energy coming through and has been yelling at me ever since. And this is now a few days now have passed. I think that I want to say that email came in before September 11th or something, but it was uh, maybe the 10th or something. But I know it was a few days before I was able to get back with you and get you an appointment scheduled. And after I sent you an email mentioning the female energy that was coming through, um, I was going back and forth. Like, after I sent you the email saying that I was going to say something about that before I began your tarot card reading, I almost changed my mind. Actually, I think I did change my mind. But I got up this morning and I'm like, well, I'm going to go ahead and say what this lady has been yelling at me, won't leave me alone. I don't know if any of this is going to mean anything to you or not. If you were to give it a lot of thought, maybe it would or not. Again, I was really almost decided that I had changed my mind and wasn't going to mention this part before I began your tarot card reading, but apparently this female energy is not going to leave me alone until I say something about it. Her the name that I am getting associated with this female energy is the name Carol or Carolyn, and she might have had a nickname that would have began with the letter K, but it was a nickname because Carol and Carolyn begin with the letter C. But anyways, there is possibility that this female had a nickname that began with a K that everybody in the neighborhood or school or whatever called her. So, where do I begin? As I mentioned shortly after reading your email requesting a tarot card reading, uh, this female energy just jumped in and was like, it would not leave me alone and was constantly in my mind. So here it goes, and I will try to relay this as uh, I don't think it's that easy. I think it's actually going to be kind of difficult because it's not necessarily a pleasant thing. That's why I was considering just saying that I had changed my mind about sharing this information. Um, so this lady's name was Carol or Carolyn, and she possibly could have been directly connected to you, or it would have been one of those types of situations where it's six. Um, how do they call that? Six spaces removed or something like that. Like maybe you knew this person through someone else or something. I would have to probe that deeper, but it's actually not a very pleasant thing, and so I haven't probed that real deeply about. And you'll understand why when I say what happens. But this has to do with 9/11, 2001, in New York City at the Twin Towers, and I'm getting a couple days ago. This was after I had read your email and possibly was a day or so after, because this I had this going the whole time, like throughout the day and the evening, but was saying that uh, there was this there was definitely this sense of smoke and hard to breathe, and there was a sense of falling, and it it's scary actually to me, because I have this thing about heights. Like, I'm not necessarily afraid of flying in an airplane, but hanging off the side of a cliff or something might scare me. But yeah, there's something about that whole falling thing that gets me, and um, but this this female, wanted me to mention this, and hopefully now that I have mentioned this, um, she's gonna be okay and move along wherever it is she's headed and all of that. But I I believe that there is a floor number 79th floor, um, and not probing that real deeply, I do not know if this is the floor where this woman worked, or where she was trying to leave, and where she was. But the 79th floor is coming up with that, and it's been so many years that I don't really recall what offices were was on the that floor. May have never known actually, but I know they were saying it on the TV and whatnot. So, and I'm getting that it was the North Tower. So I'm not sure what else to say about it other than a feeling of having some laughs in the past, and um, maybe this was through school or college or the neighborhood or something like that, but there was quite a bit of uh, laughter, joking around, clowning around type thing. So, anyways, there's possibly something else that I forgot about, because there was a lot of stuff coming through, and I wasn't necessarily writing it down because it's not the most pleasant thing. And if this does not feel connected to you, um, like I say, it could be somebody that you know and they knew them or something like that. But maybe um, think of the nickname. I'm kind of getting this, and you know what? This nickname, like it reminds me of a fruit, like an exotic fruit, but it's called like something like Kiki or something like that. Kiki, like with a K. Kiki. So, anyways, that's it, and hopefully, um, this lady moves on and um, you know, goes wherever she's supposed to be or something like that. But anyways, hopefully, um, she's not gonna be around me and trying to get this message out to you for some reason. But anyways, again, keep in mind that you know maybe it was somebody that you knew that knew this woman. Without probing deeper, I really don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna begin your tarot card reading and with your query that you gave me in the email. And so I've already shuffled the cards and cut them. And let's see what we have here. At the Five of Wands. Where are we at here? Five of Wands. So this card is has to do with relationships. Um, it could be possibly currently there is some kind of animosity or bickering or nagging or something like that going on currently. Um, and this could be in more than one aspect. It could be with a lover, or it could be with family or something like that. But some type of infighting type thing. But I wouldn't worry about that so much. Things pass. So the next card is a major arcana card. It is the Empress card. So there, this is a romance love type card, male and female, and I'm getting that from if you can see that symbol there beside her down on the ground. Um, Might be a good idea to keep your eyes open for somebody out there that may be checking you out or something. Not in a creepy way or something, but because they have an interest in you. But it may not be, if you're involved right now, it may not be that. It may be someone else. So the next card is the Page of Wands. So you're gonna be able to create and manifest some things that will be coming up, um, and it's soon because we're in now September, the middle of September, and but this is gonna come about around the first part of next year, so you don't have a long time for this, but it's the Page of Wands is kind of about manifestation and stuff, and I have a feeling that this is related to financial things, expansion or something within a business or branching out. But a very creative card that to pay attention to. So the next card is the Knight of Swords. Oop, there we go. So with the previous card about this manifestation aspect of business or finances or something, you're really going to have to take the reins and be assertive with this change that could happen, and not dawdle around and all of that. You know, to don't let anything get in your way. Self doubt, that type of thing. Just go forward with your this feeling that you have that in the end everything is going to work out. Just go with that feeling. Pull another card here. So the next card is the Queen of Wands. You know, this is. I'm still getting a good feeling from this card here. Um, it's just. There is more. How would I put it? You have more self control in your life than you give yourself credit for, or something like that, because um, it's almost as if the world is at your hands or something. Um, and that's not to say there won't be some type of obstacles. You know, we all have obstacles in life and stuff, and but the Queen of Wands is suggesting to me that this is it is a manifestation, but it is you that is doing the manifestation. It's not coming from another individual or something like that. It could be a partnership or something, but you're the one that initiates whatever move this might be. Hmm. Very next card is the Queen of Cups. Now, typically, uh, pentacles are related to monies and finances and that type of thing, jobs, employment, this type of thing. But for me, cups mean bounty. They kind of signify bounty and abundance. And again, the Queen of Cups, you are the one that is initiating this, and you have it within yourself to do this expansion. I keep getting this expansion thing coming up. Um, it you could even be working towards it, or kind of have a planning business plan or something in your mind, or something that you've been juggling around. It could already still be in the works, but it is going to begin in 2022. Yeah, probably noticeably at the very beginning part of the year. So your next card is the Hierophant, and it's another major arcana card. So I'm picking up a major, something major, um, before the middle of next year, maybe in May, the month of May or something. And it seems as though there is, while you may already have a great deal of self control, there's more self control or something, but this is a feel good card. It just feels as though things are gonna like unfold for you if you pay attention to the subtle things. Um, I'm getting the feeling from that card that if things are so out in your face, this is going to be more subtle, and this is what you should pay attention to if you happen to meditate or during quiet times, if you ever have a moment where you have any peace of mind and you just can calm your mind down. um, this would be a time, subtle, it would be a subtle thing that you would pay attention to. So your next card is another major arcana card. It is the Sun. This is actually the second card that I've gotten that has sunflowers in it. Yeah, I don't know. See if I can find that other one. Might have been three. I don't know. Let me see here. I'm at here. So this card is all about planting the seeds now for something to give birth to, and this is the time to start doing that. Nearing the end of the year, 2021, um, it is time to um, sow the seeds, so to speak. And the seeds that you sow will give birth to some very good things in your life. I'll pull another card because this is running a little bit long. Um, the next card is the Hanged Man. Where are we at here? Boop, boop. So going towards the end of the year, it's going to seem a little bit hectic to you, topsy turvy and all of that. Um, I'm getting a feeling from this card that um, with your taxes for 2021, um, you should have a good accountant or a tax accountant, or either if you do your own taxes, make sure that you know what you're doing and take advantage of all of the subsidies and all this stuff for small businesses and all this type of thing that is out there right now. Make sure to take advantage of every single possible deduction that you can. And I wouldn't get too alarmed with the whole thing about being topsy turvy nearing the end of the year, because who doesn't feel that way through the end of the year, with Thanksgiving and Christmas and work and who knows what. But yeah, I wouldn't be too concerned with that, because the Hanged Man still has a brilliant clarity of what it is that they want to do, and you can see that represented with the glow around his head. At least for me, that's what this represents. And this may be the last card here. I'll decide in a minute, but this is the Knight of Cups. This is another knight. And I'm still getting the same feeling that I did from the other night, is that perseverance and striving towards a goal and just cutting through the red tape and just going for it, and not letting anything hold you back. Um, and this is again still dealing with finances, but it's not gonna be as difficult as it may seem to you. I decided to pull one more card here, and this is the Star card, another major arcana. Okay, well, through this card is coming up something kind of strange. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it'll make sense to you, but for what it's worth, I wasn't expecting this out of this card, actually. I thought, um, there may be something to do with blood sugar or something that you may pay attention to or get checked or something like this. Um, Cutting back on sugar or sugary foods that actually contain sugar, but there are many, many foods that actually turn to sugar when you are digesting them. Most carbohydrates, but I know it's not so easy to cut out carbohydrates because you cut out a lot of food. But maybe cut out is not the right word. Maybe cut back or watch it. But there's something to do with blood sugar levels. If you haven't had that tested or something recently, maybe you should. And if you do have a problem with something related to blood sugar, you may have been um, cheating a little bit with the sugar, the complex carbohydrates or something. and definitely um, more water, 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 water. So yeah, I if I were just a recommendation, and I'm not giving medical advice or anything like that, just so you know. Um, but we all should probably um, get our blood sugar checked if we don't do so on a regular basis or something. So, anyways, I think that about wraps up this reading, and I hope that you were able to get something out of this, and that it means something to you. And what I say a lot of times with these readings, if something does not click with you necessarily at, at the exact time of the reading or something, um, give it time, because a lot of times things can be buried in the subconscious part of the mind, um, and you just don't have access to it all the time. Although the strange thing about it is that the subconscious mind is in control like about 95% of the time. So it's a strange thing, the brain. But anyways, um, overall a good reading, and I wish you the best of luck. And I think that based on this reading, your finances are going to be good. You may have a secret admirer, um, and not in a creepy type way. So, anyways, I guess that's about it. I hope that you enjoyed this and it's been beneficial for you. Take care and many blessings. This is the end of the transmission.